consciousness. This philosophy is not just abstract advice, but a practical tool to help you navigate life. You are the architect of your own mind, sketching a spiritual home, a sanctuary impervious to the ravages of time and adversity. This sanctuary is not a physical structure, but a state of consciousness. In life's most ambiguous moments, recognizing this message is the first step in building a spiritual home. It is a place where you detach from external chaos and reconnect with inner strength. Like a tiny seed awaiting the right moment to sprout, your consciousness also requires a solid foundation to prepare for transformation. An architect never begins a project without a detailed blueprint. Similarly, you must envision the transformed state of your consciousness before it becomes reality. Imagine your life after this change. How will you feel? What will your gaze, posture, and words convey? These visualizations are not mere fantasies, but the first bricks in constructing your spiritual sanctuary. True preparation takes place within consciousness, not through physical actions. Before a flower blooms, it already holds within it the full potential of its beauty. Your state of consciousness is the same field that transformation has occurred even before you see external evidence. This is not just belief, but a harmony between consciousness and reality. Great change does not happen suddenly. It follows a sacred sequence, like a flower slowly unfurling from its bud. Picture the development of a child in the womb, each cell growing according to a perfect plan, without force. Your consciousness, too, needs time to transform. The seeds you plant within your awareness will gradually sprout, grow, and spread. This message marks a profound shift in your consciousness, a spiritual turning point. You are no longer merely reacting to the external world, but beginning to shape it from within. This reversal of perspective is akin to flipping a negative photo into a positive image, turning what was vague and uncertain into clear and undeniable truth. When your consciousness becomes supersaturated with the desired state, transformation will manifest as reality. This is the critical spiritual point, much like water boiling into steam. Change occurs when you reach a certain threshold. At this moment, the effort is no longer necessary. The transformation unfolds naturally, as if the universe accelerates to carry you to your destination. Let me share with you 3 conscious creation commands. First, be still and know. Hold firm to your new state, regardless of external circumstances. Do not let the outside world shake your awareness. Second, let it be. Do not force things. Let everything unfold naturally. Just like how a river finds its path, the transformation will come when your awareness is ready. Third, go and tell no man. There is no need to seek validation from others. Live from your new state and let the changes speak for themselves. If you are listening to these words, the door of awareness is open. This is not just a message. It is a call for you to change from within. All transformation begins with awareness, and your recognition of this message is a sign that you are ready. So, don't wait. Right now, lay the foundation for your spiritual sanctuary, so it becomes a solid support in your journey of life transformation. The universe does not send random signals. If you are listening to these messages, this is a sign for you to take action. Number 5, rejection as redirection. Rejection often feels like a heavy, immovable wall, a firm no that halts us and dims our aspirations. But through the lens of Stoic philosophy and the wisdom from profound...
What are you talking about, Felicia?
Rejection is not an obstacle, but a guiding hand, leading leading us to paths we never thought of. It serves as a sign to prepare for the great changes that rejection may bring, changes that bring us closer to our true potential. What if rejection isn't a failure, but a divine direction? From a Stoic perspective, all events occur naturally, and there is always a reason behind what seems like a rejection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This teaching reminds us that obstacles, including rejection, are not meant to make us falter but to refine us, shape our character, and guide us to our true destiny. When viewed differently, rejection is not an end but a signal. It whispers, "Not now, not this way," inviting us to stop, adjust, and move forward on a more fitting path. This is not a rare story, but a universal truth about the power of perseverance and the ability to turn challenges into motivation to rise. A quintessential example is the inspiring story of J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global literary phenomenon, Rowling endured dark days, facing dozens of rejections from publishers. At that time, she was a single mother living on social welfare, and once thought her dream of writing had completely crumbled. However, instead of giving up, Rowling chose to persist, driven by an unwavering belief in her story. Eventually, a small publishing house recognized the potential of her manuscript and decided to publish the book. The rest is history. Harry Potter not only became one of the best-selling book series of all time, but also opened a magical world that touched the hearts of millions of readers worldwide. The initial rejections Rowling faced were not an endpoint, but a source of motivation for her to refine her work. Those rejections taught her valuable lessons, honed her writing skills, and helped her create a timeless literary masterpiece. This proves that failure is not a stopping point, but a stepping stone towards success, as long as we continue to strive and believe in our own worth. Beyond external circumstances, rejection calls us to look inward. It prompts self-inquiry. What can I learn from this? Is my current path aligned with my values and aspirations? Each rejection hones our resilience and self-awareness, urging us to focus not on external recognition, but on integrity within our inner compass. By accepting rejection as a teacher, we align with the principle of amor fati, love of fate, finding gratitude even in life's most challenging moments. Sometimes, rejection is a shield, protecting us from choices that limit our potential. When faced with rejection, ask yourself, what might I have avoided? An unsuccessful relationship may have saved you from years of unhappiness. A failed business deal may have freed you to pursue a more meaningful project. Rejection is often the universe's way of saying, you deserve more than this. The most profound aspect of rejection is its ability to open doors to opportunities we could not have imagined before. It demands flexibility and creativity, teaching us to trust in the unseen. Those who embrace rejection as a tool for growth often find that it is the necessary step that leads them to extraordinary success. Every no becomes a stepping stone, fine-tuning their journey to better align with their true goals. As you reflect on the power of rejection, prepare yourself to face the changes it brings by shaping your mindset for action. Start by changing your narrative. View rejection not as a loss, but as a lesson. Reflect on its role in guiding you toward greater things. Build your resilience by focusing on what you can control and striving from your perspective and attitude. Finally, Welcome rejection as a companion on your journey, knowing that each rejection is a step toward your greatest success. In the next section, we will explore the practice of conscious creation, where you will learn how to take powerful, intentional actions to navigate life's changes with confidence and purpose. Rejection is not the end. It is the beginning of something new. Are you ready to move forward? Number 6. Practical steps for conscious creation. Rejection is like a master sculptor. With each chisel, strike on the stone not to harm, but to remove excess, gradually revealing the shape of a masterpiece. We often perceive rejection as pain to be avoided, but in reality, it is the sharpest tool that brings us closer to our most refined version of ourselves. In life, we tend to see rejection as a sign of failure, a barrier that prevents us from achieving what we desire. But what if you changed your perspective? Rejection is not the enemy, it is a camouflaged lesson. Imagine that each door that closes is actually another door opening, leading you to better and more fitting opportunities. For example, think of someone searching for love. After being rejected multiple times, they may feel frustrated, doubtful, and question their own worth. But if we look deeper, those rejections are not signs of failure, but rather the universe's gentle way of reminding them that better things lie ahead. Sometimes, closing one door is not the end, but a way to prepare for another door to open. A door leading to something more suitable and aligned with them. Each time the heart gets hurt, it's an opportunity to learn, to gain a deeper understanding of oneself and what one truly needs in a relationship. Broken hearts from the past are not failures, but shields protecting them from unhealthy relationships or those that don't bring lasting happiness. These setbacks help them grow stronger, wiser, and more appreciative when true love finally arrives. Think of the pieces of a puzzle. A piece that doesn't fit isn't a sign that the puzzle is incomplete, but a reminder that there are still other pieces out there that will fit perfectly. Love, like that puzzle, requires time, patience, and faith that everything will come together at the right moment. Most importantly, trust that in the end, someone truly compatible will appear, a person who will see, love, and cherish everything you are. Instead of resisting, embrace rejection like a loyal friend. It is not a sign that you are not good enough, but a reminder that you deserve better. When you accept this, rejection becomes a powerful tool for self-direction. Imagine you are sailing a boat on the sea. The wind may change direction, and the current may flow against you. But nature's rejection teaches you how to shape your course, adjust the sails, and move forward with a stronger mindset. Rejection is not just no, it is also not yet. It helps you recognize what is unsuitable, so you can focus on what truly matters. Failures in work, relationships, or life are not dead ends, but necessary detours.
Y'all subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Please and thank you.
The right path is often not the easiest one. A concrete example is the journey.
Get me to 800 subscribers.
Think of someone trying to exercise to lose weight or improve their health. They try different diets but do not achieve the results they expect. These failures may discourage them, but in reality, each attempt is a way to understand the body and build discipline. Ultimately, the body's rejection of unsuitable methods will guide them to a balanced and sustainable diet and workout plan. When you change the way you perceive rejection, everything shifts. Don't see rejection as a force against you. Instead, view it as a message from a higher level of yourself, trying to guide you to a better version of yourself. Think of rejection as a lesson in the classroom of life. Each time you face rejection, you learn patience, how to analyze situations, and how to shape your path more clearly. The rejections of the past are not failures. They are stepping stones that make you stronger, smarter, and wiser. Apply this to all areas of your life: work, relationships, and personal goals. For example, if you have failed to maintain a healthy habit, look back and learn from those failures. What caused you to stop? How can you adjust your approach? When you use rejection as motivation, you will realize it is not an obstacle, but a respected teacher. Commit to yourself that from now on, you will not fear rejection. Instead, you will learn to face it, welcome it, and use it as a tool for growth. Rejection is not failure. It is protection, guidance, and the way life leads you to better things. Like a sculptor, let rejection help you eliminate the unnecessary so you can create the masterpiece of your life. As we come to the end of our exploration of how to recognize and embrace the signs of big changes, remember that transformation is a natural and often necessary part of life. Whether you're facing an exciting opportunity or navigating through challenges, the key lies in how you perceive and respond to these moments. Change can be daunting, but it also carries the potential for growth, resilience, and discovery of new possibilities. The journey may not always be easy, but with the right mindset and preparation, it can lead to profound personal and professional growth. Now, we'd love to hear from you. How do you feel about the idea of preparing for big changes after watching this video? Please let us know your thoughts by selecting one of the following options. 1. Strongly disagree. 2. Disagree. 3. Neutral. 4. Agree. 5. Strongly agree. Your feedback is incredibly valuable and helps us create content that resonates with you. Don't hesitate to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below as well. If you found this video insightful or inspiring, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement to embrace change. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our upcoming content. We've got plenty of exciting videos lined up to help you navigate life's twists and turns. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Imagine you are standing before a large crowd, preparing to deliver a speech. Your heart races, sweat beads on your forehead, and in that moment, a question echoes in your mind. Am I good enough to do this? This is a moment many of us have faced when self-doubt overshadows our true potential. But what if, instead of questioning your worth, you chose to act as if you were the best? What would change if you believed your future was destined for success, as long as you had the courage to take the next step? Ask yourself, why do I so often doubt my abilities, even after putting in so much effort? How can I act confidently without coming across as arrogant? And how can faith in the future drive me to live a meaningful life? As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Strength doesn't lie in proving yourself to the world, but in mastering your thoughts and transforming inner belief into powerful action. Stoic philosophy does not promote arrogance, but it fosters confidence rooted in an acute awareness of your own worth. And to achieve that, you must first learn to act as if you are already the best version of yourself. This is not a pretense, but a philosophy of action aimed at growth and success. Number 1. The secret to overcoming your limits. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Epictetus. There is a truth that most people overlook. The limitations we believe we have do not come from the outside world, but originate within us. Our brains, shaped by patterns and beliefs formed over the years, often prevent us from seeing our true potential. But pause and reflect. Those limitations can be overcome at this very moment, simply by changing the way you think and feel about yourself. Imagine standing atop a mountain, surrounded by the breathtaking beauty of nature. It is a place many say only seasoned mountaineers can reach. Yet you, an ordinary person with unwavering faith in yourself, have conquered fear, exhaustion, and doubt to be there. The moment you step onto the summit, a sense of euphoria washes over you, as if the world falls silent, and all that remains is the connection between you and yourself. It's not just a physical achievement, it's a testament to the power of the mind when you act as though you are worthy, as though nothing can stop you. How, then, do we overcome self-imposed limits? The secret does not lie in becoming the best by someone else's standards. It lies in your belief in yourself. You might think that I'm not the best at anything. That may be true. You might not be the best athlete, the most talented artist, or the most successful entrepreneur. But that doesn't matter. What truly matters is how you perceive yourself and how you carry that belief into every aspect of your life. Let's take a simple example from everyday life. Have you ever watched a child learning to swim for the first time? Initially, they fear the water, convinced it will pull them under, and that their bodies cannot float. Yet with the guidance and encouragement of someone who believes in them, the child gradually relaxes, trusting in the water's buoyancy. The moment they realize they can float, their entire world changes. That intrinsic belief is what enables them to keep swimming, even farther than they ever imagined. Limits are not fixed barriers. They are reflections of our internal environment, the beliefs, emotions, and energy we emit. When you start to change your internal environment, you not only break through limits, but also expand your perspective, unlocking possibilities you never knew existed. At times, this can feel overwhelming and might even tempt you to stop. But remember, as Seneca once said, our greatest fears are not real problems, but the imagined insecurities surrounding them. The more you allow yourself to act despite fear, the more you'll realize that limits are mere illusions. The beauty of this truth is that you don't need to do anything extraordinary to prove your worth. Acting as though you are the best version of yourself doesn't mean becoming a superhero. It means standing tall in every situation, believing in your abilities, and not letting negative thoughts hold you back. When you change your mindset, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you transform your reality. So start today. Choose positive beliefs over self-imposed limitations. Face challenges as if you are the best because you absolutely can be in your own world. The power to change doesn't come from external forces. It lies in your hands, in this very moment. Number 2, act like the best. It is indisputable that the way you perceive and act can completely change your life. When you act as though you are the best, you not only inspire yourself, but also create a powerful ripple of energy that positively impacts everyone around you. Acting as if you are the best does not mean arrogance or showing off. Rather, it is a way of sending a message to yourself. I am capable of achieving anything I desire. When you carry confidence within you, the way you communicate, solve problems, and overcome challenges will change significantly. The mindset that you can succeed will produce positive results, even in the toughest situations. Take, for example, the story of Michael Jordan, the basketball legend. He was once cut from his high school basketball team for not being skilled enough. But instead of being discouraged, he decided to act like a champion in his mind. Jordan practiced relentlessly, and every time he stepped onto the court, he brought the spirit of being the best. The result? He not only became an outstanding athlete, but also changed the history of the sport. This proves that believing in yourself and acting with confidence is the key to unlocking the door to success. Each person possesses unique values that no one else can replace. Acting with confidence is not about overshadowing others. It is a way to show appreciation for yourself. When you believe in your own value and potential, you will see opportunities where others only see challenges. That belief not only pushes you to overcome your limits, but also forms a solid foundation for personal growth. Remember, success does not come from proving to others how great you are, but from proving to yourself that you can overcome any obstacle. When faced with difficulties, instead of letting fear take over, ask yourself, what makes me believe I can't do this? By changing your answer, you will open a new path forward. Acting like the best not only transforms how you work, but also raises your expectations for life. You will not shy away from challenges because each challenge becomes an opportunity to prove your worth. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is knowing how to overcome that fear to achieve your goals. This principle applies not only to work, but also to daily life. A strong leader is not someone who commands with force, but someone who acts with calmness and firm belief, inspiring others to willingly follow. Acting like the best is how you radiate that belief, allowing others to feel your inner strength. When you learn to act as though you are the best, you will see that everything can transform for the better. However, life is not always a smooth journey. There will be times when failure strikes. But can you view those failures as opportunities to grow? In the next section, we will explore how you can turn life's setbacks into a foundation for building a stronger future. Number 3. Transform failure into development opportunity. When faced with failure, we often feel burdened, judged, or doubt our own self-worth. However, instead of perceiving failure as a dead end, consider it a turning point that leads to extraordinary growth. By changing the way we think, failure can become a valuable opportunity to rebuild confidence, learn, and achieve the best version of ourselves. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Self-belief is the most powerful reaction when confronting failure. When you act as though you're the best, your mind begins to believe it. This isn't arrogance or delusion. It's a way to direct your mindset into a positive loop, daring to dream big, spotting opportunities others overlook, and overcoming all criticism. Are you someone who loves dancing? Imagine stepping into a dance class for the first time. You feel out of place and inadequate compared to those who have been practicing for years. But if you tell yourself, "I can learn this," your confidence will motivate you to persevere. Before long, You'll realize that every small step brings you closer to mastery. Initial failure will no longer be a barrier but a motivation to improve. The first thing you need to understand is that failure does not define your worth. You possess a unique potential that no one else has. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on developing the best version of yourself. Recognizing your intrinsic value is the key to transforming failure into opportunity. This is the moment to ask, what can this failure teach me? And how can I use this lesson to become stronger? Many successful individuals have faced significant failures. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed thousands of times before achieving success. Instead of giving up, he viewed each failure as a step closer to success. This positive mindset not only helped him overcome challenges, but also inspired millions of people afterward. Failure is only truly a failure if you stop learning from it. One of the most powerful ways to face failure is by adopting a learning mindset, seeing failure as an opportunity to improve your knowledge, skills, and ability to handle similar situations in the future. Here's a concrete example. You decide to participate in a 5 kilometers running race. You don't win or even complete the course within your desired time. This might discourage you, but if you see it as an opportunity to better understand your body, plan your training more effectively, and come back stronger next time, you've turned a minor failure into a springboard for long-term success. Transforming failure into an opportunity for growth doesn't happen overnight. It requires continuous effort to shift your mindset and emotions. Whenever you encounter negative thoughts, replace them with positive affirmations like, I can overcome this challenge, or today's failure is a lesson to help me improve tomorrow. You can apply this technique in your daily life. For instance, when you feel disheartened because you didn't achieve your desired result, remind yourself, every day I am becoming better than yesterday. These small affirmations not only uplift your spirit, but also change how you respond to failure. Failure is an indispensable part of the journey to achieving your goals. When you change your perspective, failure is no longer an endpoint, but a stepping stone to immense growth opportunities. With self-belief, a learning mindset, and persistent practice of positive thinking, you can turn every failure into a launchpad for success. The key is to take action today, as if you are already the best, and to keep believing in your future. Number 4, faith is the key to recovery and growth. Belief, like a golden key, unlocks the doors to recovery and growth. It is not merely faith in something distant, but a belief in yourself, in the future, and in the values you are building. When we trust, we give ourselves the opportunity to overcome fear and reach for a better version of ourselves. This journey begins with your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your actions. When you persist with positive thinking, it gradually becomes second nature. Thoughts like, I am good enough, or I deserve good things, are not just empty affirmations, but commitments to yourself. Confidence will grow, and you will notice your actions aligning with the new image of who you are. Imagine this. If you believe you are an excellent leader, you will behave with calmness, decisiveness, and reliability. Such actions are not pretentious, but affirmations of your inherent abilities and value. The first step on the path to growth is daring to confront areas where you feel hesitant or fearful. It could be a dream of advancement you have yet to pursue because you hesitate to ask for an opportunity. It might be a business idea you fear will fail, or a relationship you are reluctant to invest in due to fear of being hurt. These fears are not obstacles, but starting points for transformation. And the support of positive influences, you can cultivate the resilience needed to face life's challenges with strength and clarity. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. 2. Accept what you cannot change. One of the most foundational lessons in Stoicism is the understanding that many things in life are beyond our control, and mental toughness comes from accepting this reality. Acceptance does not mean resignation or passivity, but rather it is about recognizing the limits of our influence and directing our energy toward what we can change, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Epictetus, a central figure in Stoic philosophy, taught this essential principle. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. This statement is at the core of maintaining mental toughness. By accepting what you cannot change, you free yourself
If y'all
from
like this,
frustration, anxiety,
go ahead and subscribe to me.
helplessness that often accompany uncontrollable situations. In our daily lives, we are frequently confronted with circumstances that are beyond our control, whether it's other people's actions, natural events, or the passage of time. These are often the sources of our greatest stress and emotional turbulence. Imagine being stuck in traffic, for example. You can't control the traffic, but you can control how you respond to it. Instead of becoming angry or frustrated, you can choose to use that time productively, perhaps by listening to an audiobook or practicing mindfulness. By shifting your focus from the things outside your control to the things within your control, you regain a sense of peace and power. The Stoics understood that accepting what you cannot change is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of wisdom and strength. Seneca wrote, "Fate leads the willing and drags along the unwilling." This powerful quote reminds us that resisting reality only causes suffering, whereas accepting it allows us to flow with life rather than against it. When you accept that some things are simply beyond your influence, you conserve your mental and emotional energy for what truly matters, improving yourself and taking purposeful action where you can make a difference. A practical approach to acceptance involves practicing radical acceptance, a concept often used in modern psychology. Radical acceptance means fully acknowledging the reality of a situation without judgment. Instead of wishing things were different or fighting against the truth, you accept it for what it is. For instance, if you experience a setback in your career, instead of ruminating on the unfairness of the situation or blaming yourself excessively, you can practice radical acceptance by acknowledging what has happened and then focusing on what you can do next. This practice reduces emotional resistance and helps you move forward with clarity and purpose. Another helpful practice in cultivating acceptance is to reflect on the transience of life. The Stoics frequently contemplated the impermanence of all things as a way to build resilience and diminish the fear of loss. Marcus Aurelius
If y'all
wrote,
like this,
"You could lead
subscribe
life
to my
right
channel.
now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This perspective helps us realize that life is fleeting, and many of the things we worry about are temporary. By accepting that change, loss, and uncertainty are inevitable parts of life, we can let go of the need to control every outcome and instead focus on living fully in the present moment. An essential part of acceptance is also practicing self-compassion. When faced with difficult circumstances, it's easy to be hard on yourself for not being able to change the situation or for feeling frustrated by it. However, accepting what you cannot change also involves accepting your emotional responses to these situations. It's normal
Subscribe
to
to
feel
my channel.
disappointed, sad,
I
or
don't usually do
frustrated
color
when things
tattoos.
don't go as planned. and recognizing and honoring those emotions is part of the process.
So if you
Instead
like
of
this
berating
sunflower
yourself
on
for
the
not
elbow,
being perfect,
subscribe to
offer
my channel.
yourself the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in a similar situation. To fully integrate this lesson into your life, start by identifying the areas where you often feel frustrated or helpless. Ask yourself, is this something within my control, or is it beyond my influence? If it's something you cannot change, practice letting go of the desire to control it and redirect your focus to what you can influence, whether it's your mindset, your actions, or your emotions. In conclusion, accepting what you cannot change is about embracing the reality of life's unpredictability and focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. By practicing radical acceptance and reflecting on the impermanence of life, you cultivate mental toughness and free yourself from the stress of resisting reality. As the Stoics remind us, true strength
What y'all think
comes
about
not
it?
from controlling the world, but from controlling ourselves in the face of whatever life brings. 3. Embrace the now. One of the most powerful Stoic lessons for maintaining mental toughness is the ability to fully embrace the present moment. In a world that often pulls us toward worries about the future or regrets about the past, learning to stay grounded in the present is a cornerstone of emotional resilience. By focusing on the here and now, you harness your mental energy and agility, freeing yourself from the unnecessary stress that arises when your mind wanders into territories you cannot control. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This simple yet profound advice captures the essence of mental toughness, recognizing that the present moment is all you truly have. By embracing the now, you stop allowing the past to haunt you or the future to paralyze you. Instead, you channel your focus into what is happening
Subscribe
right
to
now,
my channel.
which is the only
See
time you
more
can
live
act,
tattooing.
respond, or improve. Why is embracing the present so important for mental toughness? One of the main reasons is that anxiety and fear are almost always tied to concerns about the future. What might happen, what could go wrong, or what outcomes you can't predict. Similarly, guilt, regret, and sadness are often linked to the past, dwelling on things that have already happened and cannot be changed. The Stoics taught that neither the past nor the future is within our control. The only thing we have power over is the present moment and how we choose to engage with it. When you embrace the present, you cultivate mindfulness, the ability to observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise without becoming overwhelmed by them. Mindfulness is key to mental toughness because it allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It gives you the space to pause, assess the situation, and choose the best course of action rather than being swept away by your immediate emotional reactions. Imagine you're facing a stressful situation. Perhaps you're dealing with a conflict at work or managing a heavy workload. Your first instinct might be to worry about how things will play out in the future.
What y'all think about
or
it?
to regret decisions that
Come on,
led you to
drop
this
some
spot.
comments.
But by embracing the now, you can shift your focus to what you can do right now to improve the situation. Maybe it's taking a deep breath to center yourself, reaching out to a colleague for help, or simply breaking the task down into smaller, manageable steps. The act of grounding yourself in the present moment helps you move forward with clarity and confidence. The Stoic practice of meditation on the present moment is another powerful way to embrace the now. This involves regularly reminding yourself that this moment is all that matters. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the fleeting nature of time, writing, "Don't let your reflection on the whole sweep of life crush you. Don't fill your mind with all the bad things that might still happen. Stay focused on the present situation, and ask yourself why it's so unbearable and can't be survived. This stoic practice of simplifying your thoughts to focus only on the present helps reduce overwhelm and sharpens your ability to handle challenges as they arise. One of the benefits of embracing the present is that it fosters contentment and gratitude. When you're not constantly chasing future goals or lamenting past mistakes, you can appreciate what is in front of you. Practicing gratitude for the present moment, no matter how small the blessings, builds emotional resilience. The Stoics encouraged this practice because it helps shift your perspective from lack or loss to abundance. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for, whether it's the lessons you're learning, the support of loved ones, or simply the opportunity to grow stronger through adversity. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you're going through a rough patch in your personal life. It's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts about what went wrong in the past, or fears about what the future holds. But by embracing the now, you bring your focus back to today. What can you do today to improve your well-being? It might be something small, like taking a walk, practicing mindfulness, or reaching out to a friend. These actions, rooted in the present, not only improve your emotional state, but also help you regain a sense of control over your life. Another practice that helps you embrace the now is breathwork. Focusing on your breath is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to anchor yourself in the present moment. When you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or distracted, taking a few deep, mindful breaths brings your attention back to the here and now. It helps calm your nervous system and allows you to approach the situation with a clearer mind. The Stoics understood the power of the breath in controlling the mind and emotions, often using breathing exercises to remain calm and centered in the face of adversity. Embracing the present also involves letting go of the need for certainty about the future. The Stoics taught that life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome is a futile endeavor. Instead of fixating on what might happen, focus on what you can do now to influence the future in a positive way. By staying present and taking purposeful action in the moment, you set yourself up for success while remaining detached from the anxiety that often accompanies uncertainty. In conclusion, embracing the now is a powerful Stoic practice that cultivates mental toughness by grounding you in the present moment. By letting go of worries about the future and regrets about the past, you free yourself to fully engage with the opportunities and challenges in front of you.